The fact is, you're very cagey right from the start, mate. And
Listen,
the fact that
don't
you're...
give me a police nonsense.
All right, okay.
Cagey. What grounds can I...
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah? What power and authority are you acting under at this time?
I'm going to search you on the Section 1 of PACE.
What are your grounds? Hold on.
Buddy. I've told you, listen to me.
On what grounds?
Okay, listen.
You tell me what grounds.
Okay. If you
tell me what grounds.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I'm going to search you
You are
on the Section 1 of
depriving me of my
PACE.
liberty and freedom. Article 5 of the European Convention of Human Rights.
We're going to handcuff you for a minute.
For what reason?
Right.
Hey, what grounds?
Give me a second.
What grounds?
Just give us a second.
I want grounds.
Listen, we'll explain all that in a second. So at this moment in time, you
Hey,
listen,
relax.
Listen,
you relax. You relax.
Sir, just listen to me.
Yeah,
right?
I'm listening.
Okay. So at this moment, you've been detained for the purpose of search.
On what grounds?
And that's what we're going to
If you give me a chance, I'll explain it.
So
Before we dive in, imagine being stopped on a public street, not for a crime, not for suspicious activity, but because you looked at someone the wrong way. That's the reality in this shocking case of Alan Norman versus City of London Police. What starts as a casual walk out of a shop spirals into an unlawful search, a fierce legal battle, and ultimately, a tragic ending. In this episode, we're unpacking one of the most jaw-dropping abuses of police authority caught on camera. Stick around, because what begins with a petty accusation of giving evils ends with a major payout, and a heartbreaking twist that'll leave you...
All right.
you don't interrupt him and let him finish.
I'm going to let him finish.
But one thing I just want to add is at this moment in time, you're obviously detained. Well, explain why you're detained.
You should have done that before. No. Human rights, it's very clear.
Can I explain something to you? We're entitled and able to say you are detained for the purpose of search.
Under
which
what
is
grounds?
what we've done, and that's what we're about to explain.
Okay, tell me.
Okay.
Don't use any cagey nonsense.
I'm not going to say cagey.
I will remind you.
Be quiet for a minute. I'll explain it.
And obviously, we've used force temporarily due to your demeanour. And you've got handcuffs on you. Okay. Until the search is completed,
right? Well, I don't consent.
You're free to leave.
I do not consent.
Okay, I appreciate that.
To any searches or seizures.
Doesn't matter about consent.
Oh, it does. Because you have no grounds here.
Unfortunately, you don't have to. Okay. Right.
Thank you.
My colleagues to explain everything.
Right. Are you filming this?
Yes.
Right. Well, I'll be doing an excess.
Already feel the tension thickening. Alan calmly asks, "Am I obliged to answer your questions?" A perfectly lawful response, yet the officers immediately label him as being shifty. Notice how quickly the language shifts from curiosity to control. They're not seeking facts, they're asserting dominance. This is a textbook example of confirmation bias. Once officers believe someone is acting suspiciously, every word and movement becomes proof of guilt in their minds. But under the law, feelings don't equal grounds. This is where policing crosses into profiling, and Alan knows it. Watch closely, because this is where his stand for rights truth.
Yeah, giving us evils, you're going to the shop.
What's evils anyway?
Right, listen.
Can you go to the CPS with I was giving him evils?
You can actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
And what would that amount to?
Do you want to let me explain the grounds then?
Carry on.
Okay. You go into the shop, you see him fiddling around.
Fiddling around?
Yeah.
I went in there for to do my business.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you from my point of view, fella.
I don't want your point of view unless it adds up to
my point
grounds.
of view is very,
Gives
very
you the
important.
authority to detain me.
Yeah.
Can I explain something? Okay.
You seem to be the sensible one here.
We're both very sensible.
Okay.
My colleague is
you done and told me.
Right?
You don't need to do that.
So first of all, do you mind if I grab a first name from you?
Like I said, I won't be providing any details.
Right.
There is no search outside Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act that gives me the authority, or you the authority, to ask me to give you
Officers are required under Section 2 of PACE to explain both the legal power they're using and their grounds for suspicion before any search occurs. But these officers skip that entirely. They detain first, explain later, effectively reversing the law's intended order. That's not a technicality, it's a safeguard designed to prevent exactly this kind of abuse. Alan, to his credit, stays remarkably composed, citing the European Convention on Human Rights. You can almost see the officers getting flustered because they realize, this isn't a clueless citizen. This is someone who knows his rights, and that knowledge makes him...
Purpose of search. The grounds are in which, when you've walked down this road, you have been eyeballing our vehicle, you've been staring at us, and in our opinion, you seem to be paying a lot of attention to police.
Sir, your opinion doesn't... can you send your opinion
like I said,
to
I'm
the
going to continue
CPS?
talking. When you've gone into the shop, again, you've appeared to be very... You're sort of wandering around, and almost as if you're potentially up to no good.
I was putting this on.
And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm talking about our perception.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's one of the grounds why we've stopped you.
You don't have grounds.
Come out. You've come out after looking slightly suspicious, and we've perhaps thought, are you shoplifting? We're not sure.
Feelings and
so,
thoughts.
Again, our suspicions are up here.
Yeah.
We've come and spoke to you. You've been very anti-police. You're not willing to engage.
No, what I've done is I've exercised my absolute right.
You don't want to give any names.
My absolute right. I am not obliged to give you any details under any search power outside Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act.
Quite simply to see if you've got anything on you that might be to do with shoplifting.
So we got for handcuffing Alan, that his demeanor made them uneasy, is telling. When demeanor becomes a pretext for force, anyone who refuses to silently comply is fair game. Alan isn't violent or obstructive, he's assertive. But assertiveness, especially when paired with legal knowledge, is often misinterpreted as aggression by officers who expect instant submission. This isn't about safety, it's about control. You can almost sense the power dynamic tightening. They're not restraining Alan because he's dangerous. They're restraining him because he's defiant. And that's the real threat, not to their safety but to
This is an unlawful detention by Section 5 of the Human Rights Act.
Of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act.
You've got no grounds. You have no grounds.
But you're trying to argue,
gave me your feelings.
I'm going to reiterate you're detained. Alright?
You gave me your feelings, that's all.
So can I speak to one of you a minute?
Yeah.
You gave me your feelings and that was all. Who's the OIC here? Oi, are you the OIC? Are you the OIC here?
Can you hold that?
Sergeant, thank you. Maybe get some reason here. Sir, I'm being detained without grounds. And I'm being searched without grounds, except his feelings and his thoughts. And via the Human Rights Act, Section 5, this is an unlawful detention.
Have the officers given you the details of why?
They gave me their grounds. He gave me his feelings and he gave me his thoughts. I didn't give any grounds.
We have given grounds.
He gave me his feelings.
Listen, I'm going to do you a little favour. It's all on body worn anyway.
Right, good. I'll be getting that access information request.
Listen, maybe if you ask the officer to repeat them, he'll repeat them for you.
Okay, well let's have it in. Can you repeat it before you carry on?
Can I put this back in your pocket first?
Because,
sir, I am being detained unlawfully. My human right is being contravened here. Section 5, not section, Article 5.
Article 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Article.
I understand all of what you're saying, but let the officer explain again.
Okay, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Sergeant, because I'm relying on you to be impartial here.
I'm listening.
Right, fine. Can you give me your...
Can I put these back in your pocket first?
You can do. It's up to you.
Right.
Okay, lady, you can relax, okay? You can relax. I'm not running anywhere. I'm an old fart. There's about how many of you? You can relax. You can relax.
I am relaxed.
No, you are not. Anyone filming this?
We're filming it, don't worry.
Search. I didn't hear the grounds.
No, can you give him the grounds?
I have said.
He hasn't got on.
Are you going to listen to me?
While you're shouting at me, I can't hear a thing. So maybe let him repeat his grounds.
What? Can you repeat them?
Yes, we see
let
you.
him say the whole thing and don't interfere.
I'll say nothing.
Okay.
It's your mask.
You're not listening, are you? You're talking
right,
to me.
okay,
All right,
okay.
You've appeared to be concealing yourself in the shop whilst you appear to be filling about with things, okay? We've come over to have a chat with you, and straight away you've been very, very anti, trying to get a word, not letting us get a word in edgeways. You're extremely nervous. Your breathing rate's up there. Okay? We think we've got something to hide.
Right.
Okay, we suspect you might have been involved in something in the shop.
Circling back to ask for Alan's details, despite his lawful refusal, it's no accident. It's a psychological tactic. Wear the person down until they cave. The hope is that repetition feels like legitimacy. But legally, Alan doesn't have to identify himself unless specific statutory powers apply, which they don't here. This loop of questions isn't about information, it's about submission. The subtle intimidation here is powerful. Two officers in uniform repeating the same demand while ignoring clear legal boundaries. Alan's composure in this moment, standing firm, calm, and articulate, is precisely what protects his rights.
You can do.
Okay.
You should have taken them off 5 minutes ago.
Well, not while you're behaving the way you are.
Listen, sir, I am being denied my liberty and freedom, my right to locomotion, because this lot have had a little feeling in their tummy that something went on. For the record, I will not be providing any details.
Okay, well, you haven't got to. No one's asked you to.
He did, and he did.
They've asked you for them, and you've refused them, and that's fine.
Well, why would they ask me when it's going to say on your ticket that you're going to give me that I'm not obliged to?
Well, we can't give you anything because we don't know who to give it to.
You just searched me. You just detained me. I want a slip.
Listen. Bishopsgate Police Station, which is where we're from. You can go to Bishopsgate Police, and there will be a record made of it. However, we can't. You're not giving us any details, so we can't send you anything, can we?
No, sir. It says on the slip. I'm not obliged to. provide any
No, you're not.
details.
But if you want us to give you some details of it,
Yeah.
we can't give them to you. We can't do it
No.
right now.
Right.
Listen. So you can come to the police station, give us a day or so to get them all on the system, then you can come and collect a copy.
Sure.
You can say the date, type, taste.
Right.
Constable Minovy.
Right, I've got his number, and you.
That's fine.
And you.
you'll
I've
get-
got it, don't
and
worry,
you'll
I've got
get
a photographic
I'll show
memory.
your
And
phone,
you.
by the way. So, I'm telling you, Bishopsgate Police Station, my colleague will give you the address.
I'm taking your details, you're the
182
OIC here.
Well, I'm the sergeant. I'm not IC. I've not had anything to do with this search as such because I wasn't here for when the grounds were given. It's repeated. I've come over because you seem quite insightful and I just wanted to see
So
what's going on.
let's not, let's not start splitting hairs with terms. I know them.
You're not going
I pay close attention to all your codes of practice. I know.
Good. Okay. Well, you haven't repeated any of them yet. So
Haven't I? Well, what one do you want to know? Section 1?
Yeah.
Stolen or prohibited articles,
Right.
1984, revised in 2015.
What do you
But
know
you have to have grounds.
Yeah,
You
my
have to
officer-
have known.
The officer gave you
He
grounds.
gave me his feelings. And if he gave me grounds,
What are grounds based on?
facts, information, intelligence.
What he has seen.
It's not what
And
he's seen.
what did you see?
Well, what did he see? Tell
I
me.
told you what I saw.
Oh, you're talking nonsense. All right, listen, am I being detained?
No, you can.
I'm free
You're free to go. See you later.
Thank you, I'm being detained. Excuse me, please. Right, I'm nonsense.
All right. Okay. Well, again, this is
Thank you. Yeah, thank you anyway.
Just confirm
Thank you
nothing's
anyway.
actually been taken
No, it's
since
all right,
before, no?
it's all right. Information access request. I'll be taking civil action against you and you.
Is where the so-called grounds fall apart. The officer claims that fidgeting in a shop and acting nervous might suggest shoplifting. But that's not evidence, that's imagination. Nervousness around police isn't suspicious, it's normal. In fact, case law like O'Hara v. Chief Constable, 1997, makes clear, suspicion must be based on objective facts known to the officer at the time, not vague feelings or personal impressions. Alan's so-called crime? Wearing a mask and touching his belongings, perfectly ordinary behavior. Yet in this warped logic, ordinary becomes incriminating. This is policing by intuition, not by closely. As the sergeant steps in, the entire tone shifts. The original "he was giving us evils" excuse quietly disappears, replaced with a newly minted narrative about fidgeting and heavy breathing. That's not clarification, that's revision. It's damage control in real time. The officer knows his earlier rationale wouldn't survive scrutiny, so he rebrands it for his superior. This is a critical lesson in how power protects itself. The narrative evolves not to reflect truth, but to justify action. Alan, still calm but clearly frustrated, calls out every inconsistency, and he's right to. The camera doesn't lie, but watch how the language tries to rewrite what Norman's case is more than a story of unlawful detention. It's a symbol of everyday citizens standing up against unchecked power. Despite being surrounded, handcuffed, and dismissed, he kept his composure, demanded accountability, and won. £8,500 may sound like closure, but the real victory was exposing the misuse of reasonable suspicion as a catch-all excuse for unlawful searches. Tragically, Alan passed away before seeing justice fully realized, but his courage now educates thousands. So what do you think? Was justice truly served, or did it come too late? If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more real-world legal breakdowns. Your engagement helps stories like Alan's reach more people, and keeps public officials on notice.